Welcome to the Voices of Solutions. Because I've been lucky enough to come across personalities committed to a more inclusive world, I wanted to bring us together for a series of podcasts. Tonight, I'm going to fall asleep thinking I have an incredible chance. The chance to discuss with a Nobel Peace Prize who has changed the life of millions of people around the world. This man standing in front of me is a Professor Muhammad Yunus. Hello, Professor.
Hello.
I'm very happy to meet you again.
I'm delighted to be with you all over
Thank you. And I'm also very proud to welcome you because, in particular for us, you are with Crédit Agricole the founder of the Gramen Crédit Agricole Foundation 15 years ago to fight poverty through financial inclusion. And thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you.
Maybe to begin with, one thing that strikes me about you is your ability to innovate by observing the reality of the field. And in particular, you were the first to finance poor women excluded from the financial system. And please tell us why the women's financial inclusion is key for you.
Well, thank you. Basically, I was pushed into the situation under the circumstances. It's not something that I was studying or I was researching. Bangladesh was going through a terrible situation back in 1970s. In the middle of it, we had a famine in the country. It's already the poorest country in the world. And now, on top of it, you have the famine coming to the country and people dying every day. You literally see dead bodies on the street, and you wonder why people die like that. Why can't we provide a little bit of food so that he or she can survive, the children can survive? And we had no idea, and I blame myself that I studied economics, and I had all the degrees that's possible to have. And I don't know anything, how to help people to have a better life for themselves, survive out of famine situation. So what I was trying to do, going to the village next to the university campus where I was teaching, to see if I can make myself useful to people in some way. I didn't know how. I thought I can at least help one person by being with him or with her. And that's the spirit in which I went to the village and to start talking to people. And I did a lot of little things to help people. My ambition was to make myself useful. So I was always looking for a way how I make myself useful. And I was feeling happy that at least I'm doing something is useful to them. But one thing kept coming back to me again and again. The victims of loan sharks. People need money, desperation of the necessity. Very small amount, $2, $5, $10, that's about the money. And they have to go to loan sharks to borrow that money for survival. And loan sharks take the advantage and take away every possession our family has. And she becomes totally destitute. So seeing that repeatedly, I was wondering how to make at least one of the victims help not getting victimized. I was thinking, what can I do? One idea came, why don't I lend the money so that she doesn't or he doesn't have to go to the loan shark? And loan shark cannot get an opportunity to make the victimization. So that's what I did. I started lending money and people were very happy. And I was happy because they were happy.
And your own money.
It's own money. This is such a small amount of money. You don't even think about who gives the money. And I'm coming from the United States where I was teaching. I was a professor in the university, so I had money coming in. So money was not an issue for me. This is just a small change for doing that. So I feel very happy that it helps people. And once it began, more and more people start coming to me. And they were happy. The fact they were happy made me happy that I'm doing something which helps them. And gradually it grew, and I started raising questions why banks don't do it. Why do I have to do it? So I went to the bank. Bank said, no, bank cannot do it. This is not part of banking. I said, what is the part of banking? Oh, we cannot lend money to poor people because they are not creditworthy. I said, what is creditworthy? Then they explained that they cannot pay us back. I said, that's your definition. What if they make a definition the other way? The bank that you run is not people-worthy. You don't know how to do business with the poor people. That debate continued, and I became stronger and stronger, and I wanted to create a bank for this village, just a tiny little bank for the village. And it took time to get the clearances of the government, permission from the government. And finally I did it and called it Village Bank or Grameen Bank. Grameen is a Bangla word for village. So this is how it began.
And especially women. Why women?
The reason we went to women was very clear. We are looking for the people who are most disadvantaged. And I saw in the family, women are the most disadvantaged. She suffers from all directions. Not only she doesn't have the money, she has no control over money because husband controls the money. And I see she can do things which changes her life. So that idea, I talked to my students who were helping me to go, girl students, because I cannot go to the women because I'm a man. It's a very conservative country, very conservative village. So I discuss it with my students, girl students. They go to the women, they explain everything. And always the answer is the same. No, I don't need money. I don't want to touch money. Why is that? Oh, this will be creating problem for me. I don't want to get me into trouble. I have already lots of trouble. So we had to go and again explaining it's not trouble. It may be something which is useful for you. So overcoming the fear of using money is a big task. It's not that they're just rushing to come to take the money. They were just distancing themselves from the money. Money is a trouble. I never touched money in my life. That's the usual explanation. I never touched money.
Really?
So we heard it so many times. We give the girl students who are helping me to carry some money with them, some coins, some cash. So the moment she will say, I never touched money in my life, they will immediately bring it out. Come on, touch it. Nothing to be scared. This is just a piece of paper. This is just metal. There's nothing scary about it. So now she cannot say, I cannot touch, I don't touch. You say, touch it. It may be helpful to you. Then she says, I don't know what to do with that because it's my husband who does things and brings food for the family. I never do anything. I just cook, I take care of the children. She says, I don't know anything how to use the money. So we started talking in a very elaborate fashion. Do you cook? Of course I cook. That's what women do. Does any of you cook something which everybody likes? Yeah, she's the one who makes very good dish. She makes this. See, you cook something which people like. Why don't you cook the same thing? Sell it to others because they like you.
Make a business.
Make a business. So idea of business is very complicated for them. Simply you bring it, you already make it. People love to have it because now you can give it to your neighbor. Others are deprived from your good food. You can make it and they will buy it and you make money and produce more for that. Do you raise chicken? In tradition, Bangladeshi families, poor families, all families raise some chicken, two chicken, 5 chicken, 10 chicken. This is standard. This is always done. Do you have chicken? Yeah, I have something. How many you got? I have 4 chicken.
Let's go.
Well, yes. Would you like to have 10? Yeah, of course I'd like to have 10, but I don't have money. I said, that's what I'm talking about. I give you the money, you have 10. So gradually it brings closer and closer to what she thinks. And some of them, okay, I'll take it. Give me the money. And that is the beginning. If one of them is successful in taking money and paying back and improving her daily situation, others become very curious. I should do it too. That's how it is spread. So women took it very seriously. And we thought this is a good way to get to the woman because she has never done those things before. And she's an unutilized person. She has talent, she has creative power, but never used it. And she has all the problems in the world all focused onto her. She can overcome those problems. She's desperate, and now she brings all the efforts to overcome those problems. So we gradually becoming more and more focused on the women. And that helped because in Bangladeshi society, men control everything. So we thought this is one way.
Not only
women,
in Bangladesh, you know.
Right, later on, see everywhere the same thing. So women are deprived for many of the things that they're doing.
Of course, that's a wonderful story. Now, Professor, let's talk about the challenges you described in your book, A World of 3-0, which is on this table. Zero poverty, zero unemployment, zero net carbon emissions. In particular, you say, we must design a new train in which everyone can get on and go to another destination. And with a new model, a social business model. And please, could you explain how social business can be a part of the solution against poverty all around the world?
Basic thing I'm trying to address and also draw attention of the people around the world, saying that the civilization that we have now is a self-destructive civilization. It will kill itself and along with kill us. Before it destroys everything, I said we must build an alternative civilization which will not kill us, which will not destroy us. And the question is why this civilization is killing us. How do they do that? I said very simple, it's destroying our environment. You can't get rid of it. You can improve it a little bit, but there's no way you're going to stop that. People can keep promising, but habits are the same. Unless we change our habits, our ideas, our way of doing things, no matter how we make little correction there, the structure is the same. For example, business. Business means profit maximization. This is built in. You can say, okay, we can do a little bit of less profit. You can't do that because if everything is built on the principle, the businesses can continue to flourish because you have to maximize the profit. And that's it. So that profit maximization itself leads us to a destructive civilization because you grab everything. You want to, because it's profit maximization. This is the only goal you got. So environment is in danger. And at the same time, more dangerous than the environment is wealth concentration. All the wealth get concentrated in fewer and fewer hands because of the profit maximization and the way we have created all the institutions. And it also leads to massive unemployment because of the technology. The more technology comes, more people become unemployed. So I said technology will keep on expanding because of the profit maximization. You cannot stop. You always bring something new which will reduce dependence on people, dependence on the machine, and people will be sidetracked. I said we cannot have a civilization like that which will self-destruct itself. So we need to create a new civilization which will be opposite of all that. And that's the civilization I defined as a world of 3 zeros. Zero net carbon emission, addressing the problem of environment and waste and all that. This is number one. Zero wealth concentration. This civilization creates wealth concentration. The new civilization must end wealth concentration. Wealth should be shared by everybody because of the structure that it will be built. And it will not create unemployment. It will improve, enhance the idea of entrepreneurship. So people will be entrepreneurs. They will be not in a job line, job interviews and getting jobs and so on. So that's the new civilization. What kind of business then we have if we now have the profit maximization? If you don't have the profit maximization, we have to create a new business to solve problems. Environment problems, people's problems, wealth concentration problems, problems of poverty, any problem that is problem of water, problem of healthcare. So you design businesses to solve the problem that you see. There are a massive number of problems. If you bring the business idea into that, it gets solved because it's a self-sustaining business. It takes care of itself, and you solve that. That business, we gave a name called social business, non-dividend business to solve human problems. So idea of making profit personally is removed. So I said, are you replacing the existing business with the social business? I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm simply saying there's another kind of business. So you can do both. Whichever you like, you go. I'm not saying you have to, I'm not the government to dictate, the government to order you to do this. I'm simply saying you have a choice. Do you want to make money for yourself, make yourself rich and richer? Or you can also do business to solve the problems that you see in front of us. Whichever you start liking, you will proceeding in that direction. So I'm hoping that more and more you do, you'll like social businesses and you'll create that. I said making money, profit maximization, making money may be happiness, but making people happy is a super happiness. If that super happiness you enjoy,
you're right.
You'll be proceeding that. It doesn't have to be dictated by somebody. It's your enjoyment, it's your life. You have only one life to live. And how do you do that? So that idea of social business comes in. So once you create that world of 3 zeros, social business becomes the most significant thing. The more you do it, you can address the problem of the carbon emission, problem of wealth concentration. Because if you're not making profit for yourself, the wealth is not concentrated in you because wealth is circulated. It's a social business. So there is no concentration of wealth in a social business world. And there is no unemployment. In a social business world, we are saying everybody's an entrepreneur. And that idea of entrepreneurship came because of the women that I worked with in Bangladesh. They are one who never touched money in their life, never been in business in their life. But the moment we persuaded them to take the money and start a business, suddenly discovered their talent in doing that. The ones who want to have 4 chickens, she now has 10 chickens, who want to have 20 chickens and makes money. She's very happy, you want to more, and you want to buy a little goat on the side. She's expanding her business and became very successful businesswoman. And not only few of them, it's millions of them. So I said, if they are only talented for business, a few of them, it will stuck there. Just because human beings are entrepreneurs by nature, they all discovered. Nobody was rejected. Nobody said, no, I'm not the kind that you're looking for. Nobody stayed away from it. So I said, if everybody, every woman in Bangladesh, every poor woman in Bangladesh can become entrepreneur with the little money that Grameen Bank gives, anybody in the world can become entrepreneurs. Simply, we never allowed to discover that. So that's how the new idea of creating a world of 3 zeros came, and we wanted to promote that and want to see how businesses can be run to solve problems and to teach in our academic institutions. Our education system is wrong. Education system is telling you, prepare yourself to get a job, get good degree, get a good job. I said, that's not the message. You say you are a creative person, you're born as a creative person, so find out what is that you want to do with yourself, your life. What kind of business you want to make. You want to create a business to make money for yourself, or you want to do business to solve the problem that you see you complain about. Don't complain, go ahead and solve it. And social business will help you to
and
do
many
that.
young students are waiting for that.
Yes, absolutely. Young people love these ideas. That's how it is expanding. Yes, absolutely. And then we are now encouraging young people to create 3-0 clubs. If a person with 12 years old to up to 35-year-old, we tell them to find 4 other friends with you and create a 3-0 club with 5 people.
It's 3-0 clubs.
3-0 club.
That's
and now they're doing that. What do you do in the 3-0 club? You promise, each one of you promise that I will not contribute to global warming. So as a person, I don't want to use fossil fuel. That's my promise. I don't want to use plastic because I don't want to create waste in the world. So this is my promise, and gradually, now I'm doing the maximum. I gradually reduce fossil fuel, reduce plastic, and come to 0. I do not do anything which will lead to wealth concentration. I will not do anything which will lead to job creation. I'll do as an entrepreneur. So I'll be an entrepreneur. So as a result, there's been no unemployment because everybody is an entrepreneur. So as 5 young people do that, they become 3-0 persons. 5 3-0 persons, because each one has solved the problem of the world. And if you can make 5 young people to become 3-0 person, you have taken a massive step to create a 3-0 world. Because after all, we create the problems. If I don't create it, world will not have it. So this is how we have to come back. It's not about making speeches about the environment, making speeches of this. It's about practicing it.
Yeah,
and
acting.
I don't want it.
Yeah, very interesting. And Professor, you invented in Bangladesh with success a new way to fund women's and young entrepreneurship with what you call the Nobel program. And I would like to talk with you about that. This pioneer program, the Gramen Crédit Agricole Foundation, is going to launch it in Senegal. In Dakar, for example, as you know, near 40% of young women aged 18 to 24 are unemployed, compared to 13% for men at the same age. And therefore, solving this is key for the Senegal economy. And I would like really that you could explain to us why this Nobel program is truly revolutionary.
It is a revolutionary
It is
thing.
indeed.
It is. It came in again from the experiences that we had. We supported these women to start a business and helped them to send their children to school, gave them scholarships for the children so that they can continue in education. You finish your primary school, then they help you to go to high school and go to the college and to the university. Money should not be a problem for your education. Here is a bank, your mother owns this bank, so our job is to help you to have a decent education for yourself. So they came and became educated. They have gone to college, gone to university, they have degrees and so on. But they sit around and complain about the world that they have not enough job for them. So keep complaining and complaining. Then I started talking to them. I said, why are you complaining about them not having jobs and so on? Oh, there's no job. I have appeared for job interviews, never got a job. I'm waiting and waiting, and my days are going away. I have no job. I said, in the first place, why are you looking for a job? Did your mother look for a job? She didn't. She went to Grameen Bank, took a loan, and started a business.
She was an entrepreneur.
She's an entrepreneur. If your mother is an entrepreneur and you're looking for a job, that doesn't match. You know the difference between your mother and yourself? Your mother never went to school. She's a natural human being. You went to school. You became an artificial human being. Your mind has been changed and twisted. You are told in school that as you finish your school, you have to get a job. So you're waiting for a job. Your mother never went to school, so she never waited for a job. Got the opportunity, she became a businesswoman. So she's a natural human being, you're an artificial human being, and create your own problem. Why don't you go back to your mother? Learn from her. Be a natural person again. And start the world, look at the world the same way that your mother did. Once you're ready, you're a natural human being, you want to start as an entrepreneur, come back to us. We have lots of money with us. Whatever money you need, we'll give it to you. You become an entrepreneur. So gradually some young people listened to that. They said, I have a great idea, this is the business I want to do, and we checked it out, and we liked it, and we said, okay, this is the business which needs $10,000 to start, as you said, and you can give only $1,000 or $500 for this business from your mother or whatever. The remaining money, we give it to you, and we become partner with you.
Partner is,
it's a partner.
is key.
Yeah, it's a partnership. So it's a business which 95% is owned by us, 5% is owned by you. You are the CEO of the business. You run the business and make it successful. And as you become successful, gradually you return the money that we took from us. Every time you return the money to us, to that extent, the ownership is reduced from our side, ownership is increased by your side. You are buying off my shares, and you're becoming more shareholders than you were before. Gradually, you come to a level where you have 100% of the shares to you, and we have no shares in your business. It's completely owned by you. And we will have now nothing to do with you. You gave us the money back. We are social business. We are not interested in your profit. Keep your profit. Only give us back the money that we give you. And they liked it. This is easy. We can do that.
It seems so simple.
It's very simple.
And so clever.
Yeah, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. It's an equity investment. So we are equity investors to all this. And once a young person did it and he's happy, or one another girl has done it, she's happy, So more and more young people start coming. So we have more than 200,000 young people now taking money from us, starting businesses, first round, second round, third round, fourth round, goes on. That is something, I said, anybody could do that. Because if you believe that all human beings are an entrepreneur, you don't have to reject anybody. Do we reject anybody? Yes, we do. We said, this idea is not good. Think of a better idea. It's not a rejection. Simply you're saying your business idea needs to be improved.
Well, they help.
Yeah, it help. And we'll help you to improve that. So we make mechanism and so on, go through the business plan or abandon that original business plan, come to the next business plan and come back and then you invest. So it's not rejection, simply saying you improve things and so on. Everybody has entitlement to get the money and go in. We are here to become a partner with you. So give us a chance to become a partner with you and make it happen. So this is it. And they return the money, become owners, full 100% owners. Then they want to expand the business. They bring another business plan. We finance it. Again, the second round and third round goes on. So that idea could be done. And we've given out to more than $200 million now. Keeps coming back and so on. Ideas are spread. It's taken up by Yemen, in Kosovo, and several other countries, and now in Congo. It's coming
Senegal,
up in Senegal
with us.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're very happy about Senegal.
Yeah, we are happy. So I had the chance to see the program in Bangladesh when I visited it, and I was really impressed. And when I get back, I wanted to do that in Senegal also.
It's young people.
We hope that will be a great success, like you did in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Right.
As a conclusion, I would really like to thank you, Professor Yunus, to taking time for this discussion, and especially for your strong commitment to finding solutions for the world of 3.0. Thank you very much for that. And if you allow me, I would like to repeat one of your quotes that inspires me a lot. But you told it, but I want to repeat it once more. That is, entrepreneurship is solving human problems. And I think it's very strong. Strong quote.
Very, very important. Yeah.
Well, be well, Professor, and looking forward to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for listening. The Voices of Solutions are available on all streaming platforms. See you soon, and take care of yourself.